but maybe not as poorly as it did in the first half. What do you, is there anything to attribute that to, or just one of those games?
Well, I mean, I think it's, I don't know. It's too bad that we had one of those games, Doug, to be honest, because, again, I think we've played really hard and tough and really focused and all that stuff, and just, it was just tough to do everything tonight. We weren't moving, we weren't thinking very well early. And, the only thing I can say, give them a hell of a lot of credit for not quitting. They kept fighting, and we didn't really have much of a foundation to play from tonight. But, which means we had to, if we were going to try to get back into it, we were going to have to, make it a little funky out there, which we did, and we did a pretty good job at that, and fought hard. So, could have easily been a 30-point. It doesn't really matter that it wasn't 30, but it does say that we've got some guys that'll keep fighting and playing.
We've seen the team play like maybe 8-minute stretches where they're not very good, but they get out of it.
Yep.
Tonight in the first half, it was like 18 minutes.
Yep.
Did anything different out there?
No, I just think it was just a really, we had really super low energy. Just again, it was, and usually, we'll try everybody and anybody and keep moving guys around and try to find a unit that works, and we couldn't really get that done either. Usually we can get off to a 16-4 bad start, but usually, you end up getting to the half and you're saying, okay, it's only 9 or 11 or something, and you're like, we're actually a lot better off than we probably should be or whatever. But tonight it was a lot worse than it probably should have been, to be honest. So, we just a whole kind of collectively not ready to go. Starters off the bench, anybody tonight.
Like anything you saw from any of those guys that you tried coming off the bench?
Well, I think a couple of those guys did a good job. I think Chris, was fairly impactful. Justin obviously checked in and hit a couple shots. I thought Delano, did a good job of just, his stretch. He probably had a pretty good plus. Yeah, 14. His stretch was really good. Be just again with some pace and shot creation for some people. A couple of them.
I know it's not an excuse you'll want to lean on, but only because you mentioned energy.
Yep.
5 road games, but you're back here. How much do you feel it?
It sucks. It does. It sucks.
Is there an adjustment required for your guys?
Nope. We talk about it. We say, hey, we know what the deal is going to be. There's going to be, we're going to have to try to create this ourselves, and just couldn't do it tonight. But you're right. That is not the issue. But it isn't. You guys have said this before. It's really disappointing, right? Right, wrong, or indifferent, whatever your thoughts are. It's just hard. But we've been through a lot of hard stuff, so we can't cry about it. We got to go play, and we got to play better than we did tonight.
Does the success of the funkiness, to use your word, at the end of the game, full court press and whatever, does that give you anything that you can use in non-funky times?
No, I think so. I think we've toyed around with some of that stuff before, Aaron. I think that it's a possible change of rhythm. It's a second unit thing, maybe. It's a start the quarter thing you could do, I think, in the course of the game. Usually, teams will attack and go down and beat a lot of that stuff. But, they were trying to protect a big lead and playing pretty tentatively against it and all those things. Those shots are tough when you're way up and you're getting pressed, and all of a sudden you find yourself alone in the corner. You're wondering, should I shoot this or shouldn't I? And if you do that, you miss a lot of those. About the only time they missed tonight is when we left them completely wide open.
Did you go with Delano because they were pressing pretty much full court on Pascal and Scotty?
Yep.
Wanted that ball handler in there?
Yep.
Surprised that more teams haven't?
I don't know if I'm surprised, Doug. I'm just like, I don't think any of the other nights we've just been alternating. right, between Scotty and Pascal, and again, and neither one of them have had much problem with pressure either. But again, I just think it was a funky energy night that we just again weren't quite moving as confidently or as quickly as we needed to, or would have liked to normally do.
He was favoring his 5.
I don't know. I'll check. Yeah, I'll check. It was good to see him get back in there and make a couple, because he was having a tough night along with a lot of them there for a while, but he kind of almost got us right back in it there with a couple.